San Francisco, California, one of the most photogenic cities in the world. If you are thinking about sailboat racing, this is a place to be because events like American's Cup, SailGP, and Rolex Big Boat Series takes place here. We're at the world-famous St. Francis Yacht Club with more than 90 years of promoting, supporting, and inspiring sailors along the way. You're in the right place. You're on the right channel. We are about to watch one of the most exciting classes in the sailing world. Today, we have an incredible fleet with some of the top riders in the United States, and I bet we're gonna experience a lot of speed and action in the water. Untitled Racing, the class that everyone wants to watch.
Always great to get back at the St. Francis Yacht Club. I grew up sailing skiffs at Richmond Yacht Club against Daniel Lamoros, who's one of our riders out there tonight, and I'm really excited to cheer him on and learn some new things tonight. So thanks for having me. Yeah, I can't wait for tonight's races. So many great local names. A little bit about tonight's weather. It's pretty standard San Francisco conditions coming from the west, a little bit skewed to the north. It's forecasted to continue to rotate to the right as the night goes on. That's going to make starboard tack really favored as our sailors go upwind. It's also a flood tide, so there's going to be more current relief on the right. If I was out here, I'd definitely be short tacking the city front. So we'll have to see if our riders go that route or if they find more pressure out in the middle. It's going to be pretty steady medium breeze with some big gusts out there, so it's going to really rely on quick adaptive mode changing. So it'll be interesting to see how our sailors do in these difficult conditions tonight.
Incredible racing day.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Can you tell me some of the women to watch today on the course? I know Danielle is here, but I think we also have some new faces.
Yeah, also we have Martina. She's a new racer who is studying in this new discipline, and she's learning a lot. She's also putting a lot of hours, a lot of energy into it, and she has a big commitment. And I'm very excited because tonight we are gonna see an incredible racing. I can see Johnny Henniken is also on the water. Neil Marcellini with the blue kite one more time. I think that's his 9 meter. And some of the riders I can see they are flying the 11 meter. Some of them also flying the 9 meter. So it's gonna be interesting because the kites, the difference in the kite could be also a huge game around the course.
Yeah, it's incredible. Can you tell me a little bit about the average speed these riders are hitting out there?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty incredible. This class is one of the fastest class around the world. They can easily go over 22 knots on the upwind and easily over 30 knots in the downwind, depending on the wind conditions, but also on the water. Sometimes when here at Christie Field it's pretty flat, we can reach sometimes over 35 knots. And here we go. We can see Johnny Hennigan is warming up, and the kiters, the riders are testing the starting line right now. Last time we were able to see some riders taking off on port, but let's see what's gonna happen tonight. A bigger fleet, faster riders. I'm very excited.
Me too. I can't wait to see their starting setup as well. I definitely would try to get a boat start and extend on starboard for as long as possible, but it'll be interesting to see how this start plays out. What are your predictions?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell because we can see actually Emil Kabil is back on the water as well. He's gonna be racing also, but that's the thing. You really never know. Here at Christie Field, the wind shift very fast, and you really want to take that decision in the last 2 minutes. So that's one of the things that makes this place very interesting, because you gotta play a lot with the wind. That's definitely, and also the current. Here, the current plays a big, huge game, and if you know what the current is doing, you could do potentially a better race.
Yeah, I think that's why we've seen so much success in our sailors turn kiters out here. Neil Marcelini is a perfect example of that, and obviously the Heinekens as well. They are able to apply their sailing knowledge, I think, in a really helpful way. And I think that's super cool because this is kind of the new facet of our sport.
Yeah, and actually I would say that in the early days, I remember those people who had that sailing knowledge and they were sailing before in other classes, they were definitely better going around the course than some of the other people who they were just kiters and they just jumped into the course. They really didn't know where to go, what to do, and definitely those riders with more sailing knowledge to know, where's the lane line, what to do in the starting line, how to, go around some other riders. They were really doing so much better, but people is getting better. We can see that the entire fleet it's getting better, and looks like we are about to start. We have the sequence already going on, I think. So we are getting ready.
Yeah. Do we think this orange kite over here is going to make the start, Hontos?
I think he can make it. I think we have a couple more minutes to go, and we can see that kite, the yellow kite. That's Marcus Edergran. We can see Johnny Hennigan is flying the black kite. Mike Martin is also flying a black kite. Nero Marcelin is back on the blue kite. Definitely is going to be very exciting. We have Marcus Edergran, who is flying the 11-meter kite. He really loves to go really overpower. We've seen him flying that 11-meter kite over 25 knots, holding that huge power with a lot of speed. But that's the thing, like, big risk, big reward, and he is able to put great speed downwind.
Well, that might be the move tonight, since the wind is predicted to taper down a little bit. It's going to be gusty, so he's going to have to watch out in those big puffs, but that might be an excellent call, staying with a slightly bigger kite.
Yeah, that's the thing. You really want to have that extra power on the downwind or on going through the hole, so you can keep that good speed. Because if you're under power, then is when you go nowhere. You can keep up with the angle and with the speed. So it's gonna be very interesting tonight. Some of the riders flying different sizes.
Yeah, definitely. So tell me how much current it plays into your race time strategy when you're out here.
Yeah, it here at Christie Field plays a big game because it can get very strong, and sometimes it's better to stay in the inside. And we can see that the riders are getting ready. They're approaching to the starting line. We can see that a couple of riders are taking the decision to go for the port start. They're attacking and they're approaching right now. We can see that the majority of fleet is going for the starboard start. And here we go. The first race of the night, and we can see that all of them, they were clear and they're taking off. Marcus Edergran, he's windward from the entire fleet. Daniel Lamoros right there, leeward from him. Mike Martin right there on the pack. This is an incredible takeoff from the fleet going on the starboard, and I bet they're gonna try to go all the way close to the beach. My friend, we got some crashes going on. This is incredible. I knew it. They are really pushing the limits right now.
Yeah, that starboard tack start looks super solid. Those port tack starters were super brave to do that, and I don't think it necessarily paid off, but we'll see if they get some better wind out there.
Yeah, and we can see that Daniel Lamoros, unfortunately, she hit something on the water. I'm not sure what happened, but she got a crash, but she's back on the foil and she's tacking right now, going on port tack towards the top mark. And we can see that Marcus Edegran, he's leading the fleet right now. He has a good pace right now. And Kai Calder with the orange kite is right there next to him. Johnny Heineken, it's a little bit leeward from Marcus Edegran, and pretty much the entire fleet is going on port tack towards the top mark.
Yeah, we're also seeing some crashes in the back of the fleet here with this blue kite taking up the back end, but it looks like he had a nice recovery, and hopefully he's on his way back up the course with the rest of the fleet.
That's just incredible. And we can see that Neo Marsolini is also right there in the middle of the fleet. Marcus Edegran definitely put it at an incredible angle with a great speed. Johnny Heineken is right there next to him, but we can see that orange kite, that's Kai Calder. He's pushing very hard, and this is incredible. This is an amazing race and with an incredible view here at Chrissy Field.
Yeah, the whole fleet seems to be going out. I'm wondering if there's more pressure out there, but they're all staying really close together. Those leaders are doing a really nice job of consolidating everyone. Really great tactics going on this race.
Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen, because I can see that Johnny Heineken is getting a little bit better speed right now. He's going a little bit ahead of Marcus, but Marcus is still windward from him. So this is gonna be very exciting approaching to the lane line towards the top mark. We can also see that Kai Calder, my friend, look at that. He's dropping that angle. He's betting for that speed. He likes that. Look at that. He's going a little bit faster. He wants to catch up with Marcus, and that's what I was telling you. He's really pushing a lot, and he's fighting for those 3 places. This is incredible.
Yeah, and pulling off a good tack and a good lay line is going to be super important for maintaining the lead up here in the front. So I'm excited to see that as people start making their lay line calls.
And here we go. That's Marcus Edegran, followed by Kai Calder and Johnny Heineken on the black kite, going on a starboard towards the top mark. And looks like Marcus Edegran, he's gonna be the first, going around the top mark on first place, followed by Kai Calder and Johnny Heineken on third position. This is incredible. Look at that. Marcus Edegran, he's holding his position. Let's see what's gonna happen, because we've seen Johnny Heineken pulling an incredible speed on the downwind. What he really likes to do, he likes to go for the speed. He really doesn't care about the angle. But let's see what's gonna happen. We have a boat close to him. Man, he needed to jive to get away with it. But let's see what's gonna happen. Marcus is still holding, and looks like he's gonna go for the jive, and he's doing it very clear. Good execution, Kai Calder. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, he's also jiving, but Johnny Heineken is in the game. Neo Marsolini a little bit behind on the blue kite, but I bet this is not over, my friend. This is very early. We still have that nice downwind towards the gate on the bottom of the course.
I think that jibe out is super smart too. They're going to take advantage of the flood and ride that all the way down. Some bigger pressure out there. It looks like a really solid game plan, and I would be doing exactly the same thing as these front riders. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Johnny Heineken, he really knows the bay. He is really playing with the tide right now, and he's going on the outside so he can gain a little bit more speed, a couple more knots. But this is great. Look at that. Kai Calder in the middle. Marcus Edegran is still holding that first position, but this is an incredible night. Look at that. Marcus Edegran with a good position, good pace. He's holding that kite with a lot of power, and that's the thing. He really likes to go for the speed. This is incredible.
This is amazing, and that yellow kite has really extended its lead on everyone, which is super impressive.
I can see look at that. Johnny Heineken on the black kite looks like he's taking over Kai Calder. I'm not sure, because they're a little bit far from each other, but let's see what's gonna happen approaching to the gate. And that's the thing. Johnny Heineken, he always is a little bit far from the fleet, but approaching to the gate, he's closing those gaps so fast, and he's coming from out of nowhere. And here we go. Looks like he's doing it. We can see that his kite is a little bit closer to the water. Look at that stand. We can look at that. Orange kite is not that close to the water, and look at the speed. Definitely he's taking that second place right now, and he's holding it. This is incredible. We can see Daniel Lamoros. She is going on port close to the starting line, and looks like she's getting some speed approaching approaching to Neil Marsolini. Yeah, that's Neil Marsolini on the blue kite on the outside of the course, and she's doing incredible. She's going fast.
I gotta say, I really like where Neil is on the outside. I think he's got stronger current out there, but Daniela looks like she's sailing a slightly hotter angle. It looks like Neil just made the pass. That would have been my guess. It'll be cool to see which gate these people start going around. I would probably go for the outside gate and avoid the wind shadow of the club. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like Marcus Edegran, he's deciding to go on the left-hand side of the course, followed by Johnny Hennigan. And this is the thing. Look at that. Johnny Hennigan was able to close that gap on the downwind. He's pushing very hard. He's crashing a little bit into the waves. And the two of them, they're going on a starboard. We can see that Johnny Hennigan getting ready for the attack. He's taking a couple seconds before Marcus. Marcus, he's in a struggle. He's on the tight position right now, and they're having a great time on the water. This is a great battle between the two of them.
That was amazing. It was almost a synchronized tack. I wonder what this guy with the orange kite is doing out here. I guess he's staying on the inside.
Yeah, he's approaching. Looks like he's having some issues with his kite. He's not keeping that good tension on the lines, but the battle right now is right here between Marcus Edegran and Johnny Hennigan. We can see how Marcus is holding the angle. Marcus is holding the speed, but Johnny Hennigan, he's pushing very hard right now. He is having a great time, a great battle between the two of them. Let's see who is going to be able to cross the finish line on first place to take that first bullet of tonight.
Definitely a great race. Super close. Going to be super interesting who makes the cross first.
Yeah, and we can see that as soon as they get close to the lane line, Johnny Hennigan is going to be the one with the right of way. But let's see what Marcus is going to do, because his stacks, my friend, his stacks are incredible with a great speed, and he always does it very good. Oh my God, Johnny Hennigan, he almost lost it. He almost crashed, and that's a good sign that he's really pushing the limits right now. He's about to crash, and this is an incredible fight between the two of them. They're approaching to the lane, and looks like Kai Calder is not far from them. And here we go. Johnny Hennigan, he's throwing the tag first. Marcus still holding. He's getting ready for the tag, and here we go. Oh, my friend, Kai Calder, he's tacking right in front of Johnny Hennigan. He's doing an incredible job. Let's see what's going to happen. The three of them approaching to the finish line. Marcus is struggling a little bit. He's holding. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is insane, and those tacks were incredible.
And we can see it on Marcus Edegran. He's approaching to the finish line. He's holding, and he did it. Marcus Edegran who got the first bullet of the night, and looks like Kai Calder, why he's doing another attack, I don't know why. And Johnny Hennigan, and here we go. Kai Calder taking the second place, followed by Johnny Hennigan. And that's the thing. He was able to recover after the gate. Even Johnny Hennigan pulling that downwind, incredible speed.
Right, super close racing. I didn't think that Kai would snake a spot right there in the top three. That's amazing.
That was incredible. I can't believe it how Johnny Hennigan was behind Kai Calder and how he was able to create such a big gap on that downwind. And that's the thing. He likes to go like a little bit higher angle with a lot more speed. And here we go, this Neil Marsolini approaching to the finish line, and Daniel Lamoros, she's gonna cross the finish line on 5th place. What an incredible race.
Such a good race, and I really think that Neil will probably have a stronger second race. He usually has a warm-up race, and then he locks into a really consistent mode, so I'm excited to see the next one. I think everybody will be on their A game.
Yeah, totally, definitely. And I think everyone is gonna be closer in the next one, because you know, sometimes on the first race, people is not really pushing the limits on the starting line, but I bet this time some of them, they're going to go for that port star. Marcus Edegran, he did an incredible job leading the entire fleet since the beginning of a race. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, he must be feeling great about his performance on that last one, and probably pretty stoked to start the next one.
And this is incredible night. The riders are approaching. They're going to take a little race. We are coming back in a couple minutes. riders are getting ready right now. We can see Daniel Lamoros. He is also getting ready. Let's see how many people they're gonna shoot for that port start. But so far, looks like everyone is going on the other side. Probably they're gonna go for the starboard start.
Yeah, I think the starboard approach is much safer. It also takes advantage of the current and the wind angle right now, so I think that's a smarter way to go.
Yeah, definitely. We can see that some of the riders also are going a little bit farther. So yeah, we are gonna see pretty much the entire fleet going on the starboard.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Less than a minute to cross flag down. This is a start.
Here we go, and we have just less than 1 minute to the start, and all of the riders are approaching. All of them, they are getting ready, and this is gonna be another exciting race. We can see that Marcus Edergran, he's also approaching on the starboard. We can see one rider, two riders here. They're gonna go for the port start, but I'm not sure because we have the fastest riders coming on the starboard on the starting line. This is gonna be exciting race.
Yeah.
Cross flag down. This is a start.
Yeah, I'm nervous for these port tackers over here. I think the starboard approach looks a lot better right now.
Yeah, and here we go. 20 seconds, and looks like everyone is approaching. Let's see what's gonna happen. And remember, one of the things here on the starting line is not to get tangled.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
And here we go. This is the second race of the night, and all of them taking off, all of them clear. And look at that. This is an incredible takeoff. All of them on the starboard. Only two of them going for the port, but this is an incredible takeoff. Look at that. All of them going full speed towards the top mark. All of them pretty much going on the starboard. We can see that Marcus Edergran took off with a good position close to the boat, but Johnny Henniken and Kai Calder right there in the middle of the fleet. This is an incredible. Let's see what's gonna happen. Marcus, he went for the early tag. Looks like Johnny and Kai Calder also following him a couple seconds later. And this is gonna be very exciting because now I can see that the tide, it's a little bit stronger right now.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm thinking there might be a little bit more pressure out there, a little bit more clear air. I think just trying to stretch out and find your lane is what these guys are trying to do.
And yeah, that's the thing. That's what you want to find out there. You want to find the best place to go and to keep also the good speed. Because if you go where there is no tide, but there's also no wind, you go nowhere. You are going to end up nowhere. So you honestly, you really want to keep that kite with good power and keeping your speed going. And right now, so far so good. We can see that Marcus Edergran, he's leading right now. Some of the riders, they're getting a little bit more outside of the course, and this is gonna be very exciting approaching to the top mark.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a little bit of crashing happening right here in front of the clubhouse with the back of the fleet, but it's pretty amazing as I look up the course to see the front riders have really stayed more to the left than everyone else and really consolidated on the fleet, and I think had some better current in their favor.
Yeah, and I can see also there is like a hole with no wind. I can see the top mark right now, and looks like a little bit less wind over there. So this is going to be very interesting approaching to the top mark. Definitely, the conditions are getting a little bit more tricky right now. There is more wind in the inside of the course. Let's see what's going to happen. Pretty much right now, all of them is still going on port tack towards the top mark, and let's see who is going to be the first one to find the lane line. And yeah, I can see that there is like a hole with no wind, but this is the thing. You really never know what's gonna happen until the end, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely anticipated that the wind would be kind of tapering down as the evening continued and really puffy conditions. So it's all about that mode switching, and I think that the guys that are good at switching modes and adapting quickly are going to be the ones who win this race.
And yeah, and for those riders who decided to go for the bigger kite for the 11, they are happy right now. And those who went for the 9 meter, probably not really, because they're probably struggling right now to keep that angle. And here we go. Looks like Johnny Hennigan, he's the first one to tag, followed by Marcus, Kai Calder, and Daniel Lamoros. Look at that. The three of them pretty much tagging at the same time. And Johnny Hennigan on 4th position. Marcus still leading, followed by Kai Calder. I think that's Kai Calder in 2nd place. And that's the thing that I was telling you. Daniel Lamoros also right there. Johnny Hennigan approaching, and looks like Marcos, he's gonna be the one going around the top mark on 1st place one more time. This is an incredible race.
It's so great to see Daniela up there in the top 3 as well. I love seeing some girl power out on the water.
And this is incredible. Johnny Hennigan, he's betting for that tie. He's gonna go probably, oh, something happened. Looks like he's going back a little bit. I'm not sure what happened, but here we go. Marcus Edergran, he's throwing the jive. Kai Calder, he went a little bit earlier than him, and Daniela Moro, she's deciding to stay the course, going on the starboard, and Marcus Edergran and Kai Calder on the fight for the 1st place right now.
Yeah, I definitely would start thinking about jiving out, getting some of that better current out in the middle. It does look a little bit lighter, and there's a nice band of pressure right through the center of the course, so I think staying in that is going to be really advantageous.
Yeah, and I think probably Johnny Hennigan did a 360 because he was right there next to them and he went back. I'm not sure what happened, but he is a little bit behind, but he's still playing the game right there. Here we go, Kai Calder, he's throwing the jive. Marcus Edergran as well, and Marcus is still holding that 1st place, but Kai Calder is right there next to him, and this is an incredible fight between the two of them. Hopefully Kai Calder is gonna be able to put better angle and better speed to keep up with Marcus, but this is not over. Johnny Hennigan, he's also going on a starboard tag. Daniela Moros, remember, she went in the other side of the course, and let's see what's gonna happen in the middle of the course, and of course also approaching to the gate.
Yeah, Daniela looks like she's in some great pressure there. Is that Neil Marcellini a little bit behind her? They seem to be fighting it out all day.
Yeah, actually, they are actually fighting right there for that 5th place, and we can see that we got some traffic going on the course, but hopefully they don't get those wake on the way. But Marcus still holding. Marcus is looking very good. Look at this incredible shot. We are watching the best, one of the best racers of the United States right here tonight at Crissy Field. This is incredible. Kai Calder looks like he's not really keeping up the speed. He's a little bit standing on top of the board. And Johnny Hennigan, he is on 4th position right now. This is an incredible fight. Neil Marcellini, he is coming right here close to the Yacht Club, and let's see what's gonna happen.
Neil is in a really nice band of pressure right there too. I think his where he is compared to the rest of the fleet is going to be really favorable. I don't think Daniela has as much pressure where she is, so hopefully, or we'll see who overtakes.
Yeah, look at that, how Marcus Edergran, he is creating that gap bigger and bigger every second. Kai Calder is staying a little bit behind, but that's what we saw on Long Beach a couple weeks ago. And Marcus Edergran was able to create that gap bigger on the downwinds. He is able to pull that jive very nice, and he gains so much ground on the maneuver that he, with only 2 jives, he can go ahead away from the fleet. And here we go. He's approaching to the gate on the bottom of the course, and he's taking the decision to go on the left-hand side of the course. Kai Calder in 2nd place, and Johnny Hennigan, he's closing the gap. He's on 3rd position. Kai Calder right there next to Marcus, followed by Johnny Hennigan.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really great job. They're going to have really nice flood relief on the left-hand side, and some nice lifted tack all the way back up to the finish line.
And here we go, Marcus Edergran, he is throwing the tag. Kai Calder decided to go a little bit farther on the left-hand side of the course. Let's see what's gonna happen. He's doing an incredible job. Kai Calder, I told you, he's pushing a lot. He's doing incredible. I'm so excited for him because he has been really working very hard to be able to perform in the way he's doing out there, and I'm very excited watching him racing here at Crissy Field at the St. Francis Yacht Club. And this is the thing, my friend, this is hardcore racing. You really never know. He is also closing the gap. He has a good position right now, and this is getting very tight towards the finish line.
No, this is amazing, but there's also some stiff competition in the back of the fleet as well. The boats are really close to each other, so it's a race everywhere on the course tonight.
Definitely between Neil Marcellini and Daniel Lamoros. This is an incredible fight. Mike Martin, Adam Caton, they are all fighting right there around the gate. And this is an incredible view with Alcatraz behind. And this is the thing. Marcus is still holding. Marcus is putting better angle. Kai Calder, somehow he's dropping the angle. Probably he's betting for that speed. And the two of them, they are approaching to that lane line. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think as long as Marcus gets a really solid tack in, he's going to have this race no problem.
Yeah, and look at that. The two of them very close. This is going to be so exciting. And here we go. Marcus Edegran throwing the tag, followed by Kai Calder. And let's see what's going to happen. This is the last stretch towards the finish line. And hopefully he can hold it. Hopefully he can hold that first place. Kai Calder, look at that. He's even rovering the water with his kite. He's trying to get all of the power out of it, and this is the thing. He's pushing a lot. He's doing it. He's getting a little bit closer. He's going leeward from Marcus Edegran. He's trying to go for that speed. Look at that. He's about to crash the two of them, my friend. Mom, come on, Kai, push harder. Come on. Oh, my friend, Marcus Edegran. He took the second bullet of the night, followed by Kai Calder in second place. And what a race. That was an incredible tight fight between the two of them all around the course.
Some incredible racing there for sure. Who are these next two boats coming up? They have also had a really tight competition, and Danielle is right behind them, followed by Neil.
Yeah, then it looks like that's Johnny Heineken approaching on the black kite. He's taking the third place, and that was, unfortunately, something happened to him around the top marker, and he came back somehow. I saw him, instead of going completely downwind, he came back doing another tag, and probably, yeah, he was doing the penalty, the 360 penalty, and that's why he ended up behind. And that's unfortunately for him, because he was right there fighting for that first place.
Nice. And Danielle and Neil have both finished. Both sailed a really awesome race.
Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, the two of them pretty close all around. And that was interesting how Daniel Lamoros was taking a different decision, staying in the inside of the course. And Neil, in the beginning, after going around the top mark, he was going for the tight in the outside. But,
but I think there was more pressure inside, so I think Daniela made a really good call.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. Right now the wind is like puffs all around, and you want to really keep the eyes like, yeah, you want to focus on your board and that is speed, but also looking for that good pressure so you can gain more speed.
This racing is just incredible. It's so great to be out here.
Very good race, and we are going to go for an exclusive interview with Daniel Lamoros. We are coming back.
I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up in the East Bay with my parents. Both of my parents were longtime windsurfers. 11, 12 when I started to kind of want to learn to kite, because at the time it was really growing in popularity and all my kind of idols were doing it, and like Johnny and Erica Heineken had just won the World Championships in 2012, and so it kind of inspired me to really want to learn to kite. And so 12 years old, learned to kite at Sherman Island, and about a year after that, that same instructor that taught me how to kite was also doing a race clinic on Xports. This is back when everyone was racing on Xports. I just thought like, oh yeah, that'd be something cool to try. Like, I love kiting, I like going fast, I like water, so why not give this a try? And sure enough, I loved the race board, I loved going fast. And I did my first Thursday night racing series out of the St. Francis Yacht Club when I was like 13. Classic Chrissy conditions. I was on a 6-meter catalyst from Ozone, and my dad came out with me to like follow me around the course, and it was like a 4-knot ebb tide, so really choppy, and this is back on race boards again, so it was just crazy, but I finished all 3 races and I was super stoked, and I was like, whoa, like I really enjoy this. So fast forward like another year, I did the whole season of racing, and then by that time everyone was starting to learn to foil. So the following winter I learned to foil, and then I did my first international event foiling here actually in La Ventana. It was the 2015 Kite Foil Gold Cup, I think, and it was super fun. I had a great time, like meeting all these heroes from racing that I'd always looked up to. So it was just crazy being there with all of them. And all summer, I trained really hard in as many different types of conditions as I could. I went on to win the Hydrofoil Pro Tour in Mauritius. That was my first international event win. This is the beginning of 2016. And sure enough, my dad and I ended up on a plane to China for the 2016 World Championships. I had absolutely no expectations going into it, but I learned so much from that event, and I ended up winning my first World Championship. From kind of an outsider's point of view, it's really easy to just see the results, and you just see like, oh, like there's 4 World Championships, and there's, you know, whatever else, and there's all these consistent wins. But yeah, definitely the amount of time and effort that actually goes into that is, like, you don't see that. You don't see the pain and sacrifice that goes into that, and I'm really lucky to have been able to have like my parents to support me, and yeah, that's something that you don't necessarily see in just the result. And yeah, the hours and hours of training put in, not just on the water, but the amount of time that's put into it, it's a reflection of the dedication and the passion all of us athletes have for the sport, and I think that's super special. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it's just so indescribable, you know? Like, it's indescribable to anyone who hasn't experienced it. And I think that's what makes it so cool, and why almost this kind of community around it is so tight, because yeah, we chase that feeling constantly, and it's just like adrenaline and passion and energy and just this crazy speed all at one time. And it looks effortless, but at the same time there's so many kind of small aspects of it going into it, and that kind of comes with time. The whole strategy and tactics of sailing, it definitely comes with time. I mean, kind of an instinct, because you see your lines, you see where there's the people around you, and you just have to make the call. And sometimes it's risky and you might lose something, but high risk equals high reward also. So kind of taking that risk is always, if you make the right judgment, then you'll get there. 4 years later, I'm 19. I have won 4 consecutive World Championships. I was the 2016 and 2019 U.S. Sailing Rolex Yachtswoman of the Year. I'm Daniel Lamoros. I'm 19 years old, and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area.
And here we go, Formula Kite Spain Series first race. Man, oh, we got a crash. We got a huge tangle on the starting line. Look at that. Teo, Cody, Alejandro, Simon, and pretty much the Hamilton is getting tangled on the starting line. I can't believe it. I can't remember when was the last time I saw a huge tangle like that.
Good. Whoa! Come on!
Dennis Taradin, he's approaching to the second mark for the first lap. Man, Carlos got tangled with the black kite. Gisela Pulido barely went in front of them, and she...
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
And here we go. We have 2 minutes left for the start, and all of the riders are getting ready. Marcus Edergran, he's doing an incredible job out there, delivering an amazing performance. He has been leading since the beginning of the race, all the way until the end, completing that course. Such an incredible performance. He's taking 2 bullets so far.
Yeah, he's definitely the one to watch going into this third race. I'm really excited to see the setup for this next race and see where everybody goes.
And also Kai Calder, it looks like he already warmed up, and he was closer to Marcus in that second race, and that's incredible. I bet Johnny Hennigan is also be pushing a lot, because I bet he didn't like that previous race.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
And that marks 1 minute till the start of the race. Yeah, I think it'll be really good to keep eyes on Johnny Heineken. Assuming he doesn't get another penalty turn, he's definitely going to be up in the top of the pack.
And Daniel Lamoros as well. She had a good start actually, and somehow she decided to go. I mean, that's the thing. You take your own decisions, and for me personally, I really like to take my own decisions. Not really following the leader, but taking my own decisions. And, looking for that good pressure, looking for those conditions so you can gain, have more chances, different opportunities to approach the gate.
I'm seeing some boats set up for a port start again. It looks a little risky, a little lighter on this side. We're about 15 seconds away from the start. Let's see how this all plays out.
And yeah, pretty much the 95% of the fleet is approaching to the starting line. We're about to take off. And here we go, the third race of the night, and look at that incredible start. All of them clean. Just a couple of riders, 2 riders going on board, but they're not gonna make it. And look at that, Marcus Edergran, Kai Calder, Johnny Henniken, and Daniela Moros a little bit behind the fleet. No, I'm sorry, she's right there next to Marcus Edergran. And look at that, Kai Calder, he's putting a little bit better angle, more speed. Look at that kite, he's going for it.
Yeah, and Neil Marcellini looks like he's just to leeward of Marcus and Daniela.
And here we go. Looks like Kai Calder went for the early tag. I don't know what's going to happen. Marcus is approaching on the starboard. He decided to tag. Oh my God, that was so close. Daniela Moros also getting ready for the tag. And that's the thing. Some of the riders are crashing going through the maneuver. And that's the risk. Here at Chrissy Field, you can hit that puff in the middle of a maneuver, and you could end it up with no board on your feet in 1 second.
Yeah, and the wind looks like it's tapered off a little bit as well, which is what we were expecting, but I think that's probably making keeping yourself up on the foil a little harder in this race.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You really if you want to do a tag like Marcus Edergran, I bet you got to do more than 10,000, my friend, of those, because it's one of the hardest maneuver in Harder for racing, but looks so easy. Looks very nice, but it takes a lot of time to make it happen like Marcus is doing it out there. And he's leading the fleet right now. But Kai Calder and Johnny Henniken, they are leeward from him. And this is going to be another tight fight approaching to the top mark.
Yeah, I definitely think that the difference between the front of the pack and the back is the ability to pull off successful maneuvers. And we can see that the back of the fleet struggling a little bit to stay foiling on their tacks.
Yeah, and actually the tide also plays another factor going through the maneuver, because sometimes, like here at Chrissy Field, you can feel everything on the foil, and sometimes you can feel like something is hitting underneath the foil, and it can take you out of the water in no time. So that's the thing.
Yeah, so right here in front of the club, we have one kite that looks like they didn't start. Do you know what the deal is with that, Hontas?
Yeah, and actually right now looks like the riders have some boat on the course. Hopefully it's not gonna be on the way, but Marcus Edergran, he is still holding that good angle. Daniela Moros right there next to Kai Calder. Let's see what's gonna happen with Johnny Heineken. This is getting very exciting towards the top mark.
Yeah, Daniela's been significantly improving all day. She's been doing a really great job of climbing up through the fleet, and it's really great to see her out here.
And here we go. This is Kai Calder throwing the first tag. Marcus Edergran, he is tacking right in front of him, of course, because Kai Calder is coming on the starboard, and he has it right away. And look at that. Hopefully Marcus is going to be able to make it to the top mark. And this is another fight. This is incredible. Let's see who is going to be able to make it. Marcus Edegran looks like, yeah, he is getting in front of Kai Calder, the two of them. Marcus has it right away right now. He's leeward from him, but look at that. Kai Calder, he got the pop. He got that more pressure. Marcus is struggling. He's not going to make it to the top mark. Oh, my friend, Kai Calder barely made it. Marcus is struggling. He's pumping right now. He could get tangled with the mark. Oh, my friend, Johnny Hennigan attacking one more time. Daniel Lamoros, oh, my friend, Marcus, he's struggling right now. Daniela Lamoros, she's crashing. And this is what I'm talking about, my friend. You really never know what's going to happen. Kai Calder going away on first position on the downwind leg.
Yeah, Kai looks like he's at a really great spot going out, going to ride that flood all the way down. This race is so close. It's really got me on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah, definitely. And I bet everyone at home, they are on the edge of the seat right now. Kai Calder decided to go for the jive right now. Marcus Edegran a little bit farther. Johnny Hennigan is back on the game. Looks like Daniela Moros is also back on the foil. And here we go. This is going to be a very exciting fight. Let's see what Marcus is going to do. Probably is going to be Houdini and putting a better angle and incredible speed. We really never know. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some really great sailors flash the club really fast here. There's a nice band of pressure right in front of us, so I think that they'll all try and stay kind of close to us.
And I bet right now Kai Calder, he has a huge smile on his face because he's leading the entire fleet and he has a good gap between him and the second place, and he's gonna be able, probably he's gonna be able to go around the gate on first place. We can see there's a boat approaching. Hopefully he's not in his way. Looks like he is clear, but this is the thing, my friend. Hopefully he's gonna be able to stay consistency, no crashes, nothing wrong, and he's gonna secure that bullet. So far so good. He's looking for Kai Calder, and I was telling you, my friend, he's really pushing the limits.
Kai must feel great right now. He's been battling it out with Marcus all evening, so he must feel on top of the world, extending on the fleet the way he has in this race.
And here we go. Looks like Johnny Hennigan is putting that better speed. He's getting closer to Marcus Edegran. I don't know. He's looking very good. Johnny Hennigan is betting. He's doing better speed right now. Marcus, his kite looks a little bit higher. I'm not sure why. He's standing a little bit higher on the board, but let's see. Maybe he's playing for something different game, but let's see what's gonna happen. So far for Kai Calder, he's doing incredible. Looks like he is having a great time on the water.
Yeah, no, he's done a really great job of staying right in that band of pressure, riding it all the way down the course. I think he's got some really great current out there. He's doing an awesome job on this downwind leg.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to Daniela Moros. She is back on the fleet on 6th place right now, but Neil Marcelini is doing incredible, sitting on. Oh, my friend, Johnny Hennigan. I was telling you, he just crashed. Johnny Hennigan went on the water. I can't believe it. Marcus Edegran, he's going away on 2nd place. I can't believe it, and that's the thing, my friend. Honestly, you really never know. Sometimes you could hit something on the water, and that could be the end of a race, but looks like Marcus Edegran, he's deciding to go for another jive. Kai Calder, he's approaching to the gate on the bottom of the course, and he's deciding to go on the left-hand side. He's doing incredible, very consistent, and I can see that he's looking around. He knows and he has a good gap, and the battle right now is for that 2nd place between Marcus and Johnny Hennigan. Look at that. Marcus leeward from Johnny Hennigan. Let's see what's going to happen, because Marcus has it right away approaching to the gate right now. He's leeward from Johnny Hennigan. He's putting a little bit better angle. Oh, my friend, this is a great fight between the two of them. This is an incredible race. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Kai keeps making these great decisions, going to the right side of the course, or I guess the left side of the course in this case. He's just set himself up for a really great race here.
And here we go, Marcus Edegran. They decided to go for the left-hand side, followed by Johnny Hennigan, the 4th place. He, with the orange guy, he crashed a little bit, but he is still right there. The three of them with a good pace. Kai Calder, he's looking good, very consistent, but look at that. He's still pushing a lot. He's still holding that kite very close to the water. Look at that foil. Look at that incredible view. This is the thing. He's having a great time, and if he's still consistent like that, he's gonna be able to take his first bullet of the night.
Yeah, this is amazing. And I think that it says so much about the caliber of these racers that it's anybody's game, even so far into the race like this.
And I can see that Johnny Hennigan went a little bit farther to the left-hand side of the course. Marcus Edegran, he's still holding his good pace, and he probably is gonna be able to secure that second place, but we really never know. Johnny Hennigan, it's a little bit closer on the inside, and let's see what's gonna happen. So far, so good for Kai Calder. He's doing incredible. He's approaching to the last tag, and here we go. He's throwing the last tag. Incredible execution, very clean, so fast, and he is in the flow. He is doing it, performing really well, approaching to the finish line, and looks like he's gonna be able to do it. Yeah, I can see his elbow. Yeah, he's slowed down a little bit. Yeah, he's looking around. He knows, and he got that first bullet. Good job, my friend.
Kai must feel incredible. He was pretty untouchable on that race. If the race is not over yet, and the race for second place is going to be a heated one.
And here we go, Kai Calder crossing the finish line. He got his first bullet of tonight, and he's very happy. Look at that. He's like yelling. Yeah, of course. That was a great job. Good race for him. Good job, my friend. You are doing incredible. Marcus Edegran, he's throwing the last tag. Looks like Johnny Hennigan, he couldn't make that gain on that last downwind, but he's still pushing right there, approaching to the finish line. And looks like Neil Marsolini, he's approaching on the starboard. And let's see if he's going to be able to cross in front of Johnny Hennigan.
Yeah, great race for Neil. Let's see if he crosses third place. He must feel great because there's some amazing sailors out here tonight.
And here we go, Marcus Edegran crossing the finish line on second place. He couldn't take another bullet. Neil Marsolini looks like he's going to be able to take the third position, and he did it. Oh, my friend, incredible job, followed by Johnny Hennigan. That was an amazing and exciting race. So many things going on around the course. Daniel Lamoros approaching to the finish line, followed by Adam Caton. This is unbelievable.
This was a super close race. I can't imagine how these racers feel after these three great races.
That was a lot of action. Daniela Moros, unfortunately, she crashed right after or before going around the top mark. Marcus and Kai Calder struggling to get to the top mark. Marcus, unfortunately, he ended up on the water losing very valuable seconds, very valuable time, and Kai Calder was able to create that gap so big that he couldn't get it back.
He was untouchable out there tonight.
That was an incredible performance. I'm so happy for Kai Calder. He must be very happy, and that's gonna give an extra puff of energy, and this next race is gonna be so exciting. And I was the thing I was telling you, on the third race maybe they will be pushing a little bit more, and we will see a little bit some more crashes or tangles, and that's the proof right there. They are pushing harder, and this next final race I bet they're gonna even push even more.
Yeah, the psychological boost that Kai's gonna get from winning that one I think is gonna be really obvious in the next race.
Right on, so we are coming back in a couple seconds. And here we go, Formula Kite Spain Series first race. Man, oh, we got a crash. We got a huge tangle on the starting line. Look at that. Teo, Cody, Alejandro, Simon, and pretty much the Hamilton is getting tangled on the starting line. I can't believe it. I can't remember when was the last time I saw a huge tangle like that.
Good. Whoa! Come on!
Dennis Taradin, he's He's approaching to the second mark for the first lap, man. Carlos got tangled with the black kite. Gisela Pulido barely went in front of them, and she just saved it. Approaching the second place, Dennis Taradin is taking over. Marcus Edrian, windward from him. Dennis Taradin, what's happening? Dennis lost it with a massive crash. Almost got tackled with Marcus. This is insane. Formula Kite Spain Series second race. Everyone clear. Dennis Taradin, he's coming. Marcus Edrigan, he's stuck in right in front of Dennis Taradin. Oh, my friend. Oh, Dennis Taradin, he almost killed Marcus Edrigan. This is insane. Look at that boy flying in front of Marcus. Dennis just saved his life. This is insane. What's happening, my friend? My friend, Dennis is flying, he's crashing, he's landing on top of the fleet. They were coming on a starboard. This is insane. I hope they're okay down there. And this is what happening when you put the best, the fastest speed on the water all together in one single place. This is what you get. This is an amazing shot. What's happening? I hope they're okay. They're getting tangled. Crashes all over the place. This is like a war zone right on the water. Break, a lot of action, adrenaline, and high speed around the course. This is what I'm talking about.
Rather in the same way that San Francisco is a young city with a rich history, St. Francis Yacht Club is a young club with a rich history.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark!
We send boats around the world to race. This is the engine that drives us. We put a mark on the sailing world.
I can't really think of a better place to really learn how to sail.
Tinsley Island has become our outstation, and it's our other club.
Kinsley Island is my favorite place on earth. Where else can you go wakeboarding in the morning, sailing in the afternoon, and then dance until midnight?
It's a great feeling of accomplishment when you realize that we're recognized around the world. Any place you go are welcomed. Beyond all the grand structures and extraordinary parties that we put on, what makes this club is the people.
And here we go. We have less than 2 minutes to the start, and this is gonna be the last race of the night. And looks like everyone is so excited out there on the water. Everyone is pushing so hard.
I'm so excited to see how this one shapes up. I think it'll be interesting to see if we still have some people starting on port. I don't think that's been very advantageous the last few races, but people have been really committed to that.
Yeah, and actually that's a good one. That, you know, the riders who are going on port, they are risking a lot, but that's the thing. You want to really take your own decisions, and they are doing it. And right now I can see that some of the conditions are changing a little bit out there on the water.
Yeah, it looks a lot lighter out there. I think it's going to require a lot more active mode switching throughout this next race.
Yeah, I can see also on the top mark it's even getting a little bit lighter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 1 minute, your class flag down, this is the start.
Here we go. We have less than 1 minute to the start for the last race of the day. And yeah, this is gonna be so exciting around the top mark, the entire race, because Marcus Edegran, he will need to get another bullet in order for him to take the win for today. But Kai Calder also, he's gonna be pushing hard. I know Johnny Heineken, we can see that he is, oh no, he's gonna go for the board start. Oh my friend, this is gonna be exciting on the starting line.
Yeah, it makes you think twice about dissing that start technique if Johnny Heineken's doing it.
Yeah, and looks like the 80-90% of the fleet is approaching on the starboard. Just 4 or 5 riders are gonna go for the port start. We can see someone is on the water close to the starting line. And here we go, the last race of the night, and look at that, Johnny Heineken. He's able to cross the entire fleet on port, and he's going away with the port start. That was incredible start from Johnny Heineken. He's going away, my friend. He did it. What an incredible start. And looks like Marcus, Daniela, Kai Calder, they're still going on the starboard tack.
That port tack start was incredible. Was that boat to windward of Johnny, was that Kai?
I'm not sure, probably no. I can see that Kai Calder is right there next to Daniel Lamoros. Yeah, he's tacking right now. Daniela also tacking Marcus Edergran, near Marcelini as well. And now pretty much the entire fleet is going on port tack towards the top mark. That was an incredible start by Johnny Heineken. He did it. I knew he will be able to do it. He really likes to do that, and he really doesn't hesitate doing those kind of starts. That was an incredible start.
Yeah, he had some incredible acceleration at that start too, and I think where our other port starts have gone wrong is that they haven't quite been at the line right at the mark, and they really hit the line right as go went off.
Yeah, and that's gonna play a lot of like a big game for Johnny Heineken, because he's gonna be fighting against the tide right now. But let's see what's gonna happen. Probably he's gonna be able to find more pressure than he can be able to keep up with the speed and the angle. So far so good for him. He's leading right now. Marcus, Kai Calder, and Daniel Lamoros, they are pretty close each other. They are going in port tack towards the top mark. Let's see who's gonna be the first one to find the lane line.
Yeah, this is pretty incredible. I'm seeing a big hole all the way out there, but it looks like there's a nice band of pressure before we get all the way out there. So I think that Johnny Heineken will be locked into that nice pressure band.
Yeah, definitely, and we can also think that Johnny Heineken will be the one tacking first. But let's see what's gonna happen. If he's the one tacking first, he's gonna be approaching towards the top mark on the starboard, and he's gonna be the rider with the right of way. So let's see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be very exciting approaching to the top mark.
Yeah, all these guys have been so good about really finding their own lanes to get up the course. I think that's super impressive and really shows how good of sailors they actually are.
Yeah, and that's the thing right now, even more when the conditions are dropping a little bit and you can see different pressure in different parts of the course, you really want to put attention to that, because that could be the difference. And here we go, Johnny Heineken. Yes, he's the first one to tack. Oh, my friend, he missed the tack. He's on the water. He's losing valuable time. I can believe it. I can believe it. Johnny Heineken missed that tag, and he is giving some time for Kai Calder and Marcus to catch up. And here we go, Kai Calder tacking right in front of him, but Johnny Heineken looks like he's able to hold that first place. Marcus Edergran also tacking, and look at that. I knew it, a great fight between the three of them, and looks like Johnny Heineken is gonna be the one. Oh, he barely made it to the top mark, and here we go. He is the first one to go around the top mark on first place, followed by Kai Calder and Marcus Edergran on third position. That's an incredible fight. We can see Mike Martin, Adam Caton, and Daniela Lamoros a little bit behind the fleet, but I know she's gonna do something different to gain more ground towards the gate in the bottom of the course.
A super solid rounding on Johnny's part, but these inside boats, I think they're gonna have better current, better wind, so it's really anybody's game for this top spot.
Yeah, and that's the thing right now. Look at that. The three of them taking different decisions. Johnny Heineken decided to go a little bit more on the inside. Marcus Edergran, he has the kite a little bit higher. Kai Calder going for that good speed. This is an incredible battle between the three of them. Let's see what's gonna happen, because right now when the wind is kind of like dropping a little bit, also we can find more shift around the course.
Yeah, Marcus and Kai have been really close to each other all day, so it's going to be interesting, especially between the two of them, who takes this race.
Yeah, and here we go, Marcus Edergran on the yellow kite. He already jived. Looks like Kai Calder also jiving as well. Johnny Heineken, he is also jiving, and this is getting very exciting. Here we go. This is Kai Calder on the orange kite. He's jabbing, he's still holding that first place. I don't know what happened with Johnny Heineken, and that's the thing, my friend. You really never know what's gonna happen. Kai Calder, one more time, he's leading the fleet right now, going downwind towards the gate on the bottom of the course.
Yeah, he's doing such a good job of staying within the pressure and really finding the best way down the course. I think that there's something to be said, because there's lulls all over the place out here, and they have to be really careful.
And look at that, Kai Calder with a great position, holding that foil. He's keeping that foil full of power while Marcus is approaching. Marcus is right there next to him. He's closing the gap little by little. Let's see if Kai Calder is going to be able to hold that first place going around the gate. But this is not over. We are still on the game. Johnny Henniken also, he's pushing very hard right now, getting a little bit more speed, followed by Daniel Lamoros. And this is incredible. Look at that, how Kai Calder is pushing very hard. Marcus Edegran, he's also approaching. Look at that foil. We can see that he's getting some cavitation, something on the foil, but that's the thing. He's pushing very hard right now. Look at that kite close to the water. That's incredible.
And is this Neil Marcellini fighting it out with Daniela again in this race?
Yeah, we can see that Neil Marcellini is also close to Daniela, but I can see Adam Catan on the other blue kite. He's also in a good position. He looks like he's going to be able to tag in front of Neil Marcellini. Kai Calder is still holding their first place. They are approaching to the gate, followed by Marcus Edegran. Johnny Henniken in fourth position. The other orange kite, I'm not sure who that kiter is, but the four of them, they are approaching to the gate, and this is going to be a tight fight. This is not over, my friend. This is not over. A lot of action, a lot of drama around the course.
No, we even had a collapse right here in front of the clubhouse, and it looks like he's back up.
Oh my God, Kai Calder just crashed. He crashed right going around the gate. I can't believe it. Marcus Edegran, he is taking the lead right now. Marcus Edegran, he is leading right now, and this is gonna be an incredible fight between the two of them. Let's see what's gonna happen. Marcus Edegran going for the early tag. Kai Calder going a little bit farther. The other kiter on the orange kite, he's also tagging, following Marcus Edegran, and let's see what's gonna happen. Johnny Henniken is not so far. He's right there. This is gonna be a tight fight, and this is the thing, my friend. This is what I'm talking about. This is high to four racing. You really never know what's going to happen.
Marcus has been doing such a good job of just finding his groove right in front of the fleet and really staying there. So I think it's going to be hard for these guys to touch him.
Look at that. Kai Calder, he's again rovering that kite with the water. He is pushing a lot. Hopefully he can hold it. He lost that first place. The pressure, my friend, is on the course. The pressure is on Kai Calder right now. But let's see what's going to happen. Marcus Edegran with a good pace. He's holding that angle, putting a little bit better speed, but Kai Calder is right there next to him. Let's see who is going to be the first one to find the lane line to approach the finish line. And look at this incredible shot. The two of them fighting for that bullet. Let's see what's going to happen.
No, the race is far from over. Kai has been on Marcus's heels all day, so it's really anybody's game.
And look at that. He's closing the gap. Kai Calder is doing it. Kai Calder is the leeward from Marcus. And let's see what's going to happen. Probably he's going to be able to throw the last tag faster and sooner than Marcus, and the two of them, they are approaching. This is the fight, my friend. This is the thing. Marcus Edegran is holding the angle. Kai Calder, he's pushing very hard. He's going for the tag. He's pushing Marcus. Look at that. The two of them, they are playing hard. They are playing with, oh my friend, Kai Calder, he almost lost the kite on that tag. And here we go, the two of them approaching to the finish line. Come on, Marcus, hold it. Kai Calder pushing, look at that foil. He's getting some cavitation. He's pushing very hard. Let's see what's gonna happen. Marcus, this is a tight fight between the two of them. This is incredible. Marcus did it. Marcus got the next bullet of the night, followed by Kai Calder in second place. What an incredible race, my friend.
It looks like here comes Johnny Heineken, Daniela Moroz, and that other orange kite that we're not quite sure who is riding tonight.
But that's incredible. He's crossing on third position, followed by Daniela Moroz on fourth, and Johnny Heineken, unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the top two places. And that was an exciting race. My friend, I'm shaking right now. I'm about to have a heart attack. That was an incredible race. I can really feel the foil under me. That was incredible performance by Marcus and Kai Calder. Definitely they were pushing the limits, going so fast around the course.
But also that race for second place was super tight, and Daniela really extended, like this A fleet, this whole block finished really well compared to the rest of the fleet. I don't know how they extended so much on the rest of the fleet.
Definitely, Daniela Moroz also, I really like it what she was doing, just taking different decisions by the rest of the fleet. But this is the thing, she also knows the bay very well, and she was able to perform well. that's incredible also for her.
Yeah, I think all of our locals have had a killer day out here, pretty textbook San Francisco conditions, and I think that they all played those shifts really nicely.
Yeah, that was incredible. All of these people that you are watching right now on your screen, they have a lot of experience. Some of them, yes, they are kind of like new into the class in hydrofoil racing, but man, they have a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and that's the proof right now. Like, they were really going very fast around the course, taking great decisions, and that was a great show. That was a lot of action and drama on the water. That was an incredible night today.
Yeah, I think it's so fun to watch these guys because nothing is set in stone. Anything can happen, and especially in conditions like this, it's amazing.
Absolutely, and that was another proof. Kai Calder, he went around the top mark. He was holding that first place until he went around the gate, and he lost it right there going around the gate. He lost that first place. He crashed. He lost a couple seconds, and that was enough time for Marcus Edergran to take the lead, and he was able to hold it until the end. But the two of them, very well done out there on the water. And looks like that's it. Looks like the conditions are, that was plenty of wind and good conditions for all of the fleet. That was an incredible race. What do you think about that? What an incredible show, Kelsey.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for having me tonight, Hontos. This was awesome, and I had a great time.
Yeah, that was incredible. And that's the thing, this is hydrofoil racing, one of the fastest class in the world, my friend. This is hydrofoil racing at the St. Francis Yacht Club here at the world famous venue, San Francisco, California. And I'm very happy to be here to spend the night with you, and we are gonna come back with more action. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember, if you like this type of transmission, if you like this kind of content, give us a thumbs up. Remember to share, and we are very happy to have you in the next transmission for more races and more exciting action on the water.
Thanks again.
And my name is Santos Villegas. Thanks for watching. This transmission was brought by Xports Media. See you in the next race.
Rather, in the same way that San Francisco is a young city with a rich history, St. Francis Yacht Club is a young club with a rich history.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark!
We send boats around the world to race. This is the engine that drives us. We put a mark on the sailing world.
I can't really think of a better place to really learn how to sail.
Tinsley Island has become our outstation, and it's our other club.
Tinsley Island is my favorite place on earth. Where else can you go wakeboarding in the morning, sailing in the afternoon, and then dance until midnight?
It's a great feeling of accomplishment when you realize that we're recognized around the world. Any place you go are welcomed. the grand structures and extraordinary parties that we put on, what makes this club is the people